white shirt man.
Give us an idea of what kind of budget you had for a film?
It was done for about I suppose US dollars about 300,000.
Yeah, black shirt in the middle.
Yeah. Do you have anything new coming out?
Yeah, I'm doing a romance, also in Hong Kong, but I don't know when it'll come out. I seem to make film. This is my first long film, but I work at a slow pace. I did a film called Tai Tai, and that took about 3 years. And this has taken 3 to 4 years, so maybe in 3 years I'll have.
Do you have people in your romance yet? Is it cast?
No, it's not cast.
Yep. White shirt again.
Yeah, for the subject matter, there's no very few like a nudity or sex scene. Is that on purpose?
Yeah, no. To be honest with you, the producers were like, we need more. And they're right, man. You know, I was sort of shy, and the actresses were sort of. I was a little scared asking them to take their clothes off. You know, I sort of. I mean, honestly, then we got the AD, and I said, you know, could you ask? And they're like, no. It wasn't that type of film, so. But yeah, there was a joke because later on, you know, when you're trying to sell the film, whatever, people. You know, if you gave us some more sex scenes, you know, we you know. But, okay.
So wait, we covered Elvis Choi, but what about, I don't know, who here knows who Richard Ng is?
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man.
So how did you wind up with Richard Ng in the film, and his son, right, Carl?
We're gonna, yeah. The joke is they're being cast together now in quite a few films, and they're getting tired of it. But we were sort of the first to put them both in. He's great. We phoned him in London. He's based in London, and you know, he said, "Okay, I'll go see." He's got 3 children in Hong Kong, so we sort of worked it out while he's on holiday to see his children. He could also do the help with the film, but he was a great hand. I mean, he really helped me because, I mean, he's been in like 200 films. He's produced a load of films, and he's directed a load of films, and he guided me through a lot of scenes. And working with Elvis and with Richard, I mean, they're veterans. What I've learned from them a lot is they spend a lot of time with the script before we shoot. They came with a lot of questions and they wanted to. A lot of the time, for some people, they just want to read their parts and, you know, where they fit in the film. With both of them, they wanted to see the whole picture, all the nuances within the story. And just working with them with that beforehand cleared my mind. And they also put a lot of other people, including me, at ease. I mean, there's that thing when you have that much experience.
Someone in the back?
Well, I was going to ask if they were a package deal. If they had come, Carl and Richard came together.
I think Richard's fine with it. If you tell Carl, he'll get a little irritated. He's like, oh my God.
Okay, yes.
What was the inspiration for your choice of music for original score?
I was just listening to different stuff at the time. I mean, the Arbor Park piece, I wanted in, so I started out from that. And there's a mixture of some licensed music, and there's also working with Peng Zai, he's actually a very big composer in Hong Kong. He came in as a favor from another friend to help, and when I was working with him, the joke was we were sitting having a cigarette. And I was like, so Peng Zai, what do you do, outside besides? He scored things like Infernal Affairs and all sort of stuff. And he said, Nick, I do commercials. And I go, oh. And he says, yeah, about 70%. So I go, oh, you spend 70% of your time doing commercials. And he goes, no, I do 70% of all commercials in Hong Kong. You know? But, and it was fun working with him. I mean, he partly did the thing, we tried to do this thing called live score. I mean, not live scoring in terms of, we would play the image in the studio, and he would jam to it, and we would just record the jams because he's very busy and doesn't have much time. And it's a fun way of working at it. And I suppose it's early films used to be a bit like that. It wasn't very sort of controlled.
So I'll take the last question, but it's Hans. How did you get his eyes so freaky?
Yeah. Mascara.
What'd you do? Is that his natural eyes? Did you put?
No. There's mascara.
Oh, only mascara. That's all it took.
Yeah. But he's scary. I mean, he's a really good. I mean, he's really trained from Beijing. No, he's based in Shanghai, but in Beijing, and he's appeared in quite a few kung fu films. But he comes from a very strong theater background. And there was one point in time he got really into the role with Kate in the back scene, and then he tried to bite her ear off. And like he went off script. It was really, really good. But Chi Ying was just like freaking out. But
Why did you keep the ear biting off in the movie?
Everybody was just like, huh? So I'm not even sure, it was in the can, everybody was just like, and he's quite, at the time when he was doing it, I find his performance powerful. At the time, you stop directing, you're just like, huh? But, we told him no more.
Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
No, just thank you for...
Ladies and gentlemen, there's one more screening of Magazine Gap Road. Tell your friends, Mr. Nick Shea.